हाय गाइस, इट्स रिया हियर एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल ब्यूटी एंड द कोड। आज के वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ शेयर करने वाली हूँ परफ्यूम्स हिट एंड मिस फॉर 2023 एंड दिस वीडियो इज सजेस्टेड बाय सम ऑफ यू. आई गॉट some messages and some comments on my previous YouTube videos, and you guys wanted to see like a summary, perfume summary for me for 2023, what I liked, what I did not like, and all of that kind of information. So I thought of consolidating everything for you in this video. So this video is going to be in three parts. This first one is for the drugstore perfumes. The second video will be about high-end discoveries, and the third category would be the Arabic perfumes, everything that I got from Middle Eastern brands, and just want to share the best of those. So let's begin with the video. Before we do so, make sure कि आपने मेरे चैनल पे सब्सक्राइब कर लिया है, you hit the bell notification and you follow me on Instagram. And now let's get started. So the idea is to start on a positive note. So I'm going to first share the hits with you, and in the end of the video I'll talk about the misses. And the first one that I want to talk about is Love Child by Masaba. This brand has brought in 5 amazing perfumes in the market. Trust me, all 5 are good perfumes, but for me these 2 perfumes just stood out. These are 2 gourmand fragrances of 2 different categories. This one is Antiquin Decaf, which is like a very beautiful kind of like a herbal green coffee sweet perfume. This literally feels like a coffee house kind of something. And this one is called as Meetha, which is a very beautiful kind of like a boozy cognac, a sweet bitter orange kind of a fragrance. Both are gourmand of completely different families, but these just stood out to me because in India we hardly get any gourmand fragrances. I was really happy with the way Masaba has done them. The pricing is good, the performance is good. Overall, I absolutely enjoyed these during this year, and I'm sure that I'm going to keep repurchasing them for the rest of the years till they are available. The next house that I want to talk about is Bysak Wellness. So Bysak came up with a lot of variants in their perfumes and skincare and body care, and these 2 variants absolutely stood out to me to a point that I may have to go and repurchase this one. This is very vanilla, and this one is Coco vanilla. Now both of these again are on the gourmand sweet side of things. I absolutely enjoy these 2. Some of you complained that this goes a little synthetic on you and the performance is not that great, but for me these are quite sticky kind of fragrances. For my body chemistry, these 2 work really well. I've not had any performance issues with these, and I have thoroughly enjoyed these, especially very vanilla. I have used it for layering through and through. Any perfume, like any perfume that was lacking that sweetness for me or lacking a depth, I would add a very vanilla as a layering combo, and it would just elevate the other perfume as well as itself. So absolutely love these 2. Again, these are easy on the pocket and the quality is amazing. I did not personally see any syntheticness in these 2. Again, perfumes are very subjective, so what is working for me may not have worked for you, but then these are easy on the pocket, so it's not something that you cannot try. Highly recommend these 2. I absolutely love this house. The next house is, I think, something that you guys would have already guessed, and that is Platinum Perfumes. Now year 2023 has been me discovering a lot of dupe houses. Platinum Perfume, SR Perfumes, Perfume Steel. I have just Perfume Oil Corner. I have just discovered a lot of dupe houses, out of which Platinum Perfume has stood out to me in terms of quality and pricing, and the way they do their perfumes, which are like almost 95% to 99% exact replica or dupe of the original high-end fragrances. These just create amazing designer fragrances, and Platinum Perfume as a house has stood out to me. Especially these 3, I want to give a special shout out because these are almost my top 3 picks from their house. And this one is Paco Rabanne Fame. This is called as Fame. The second one that stood out to me, which I have recently spoken about, is Delina. This is a dupe of Parfum de Mali Delina perfume. And the next one is C Passionate, which is Giorgio Armani C Ka dupe. These 3 are like one of the most compliment getters for me. I get so many compliments when I wear these. Anytime I get a compliment on how I'm smelling, that is like the best compliment for me. And these just get me tons and tons of compliments, so I'm loving them. These literally start at 120 rupees, like their smaller bottles are for 120, and for 350 you can get 30 ml. So I think it's super affordable, and you get a taste of designer fragrances at a very less price. So these are like the best ones in the market. So the fourth one is again from an Indian brand, and she's a YouTuber, and this is from Anam's brand Verified, and this one stood out to me. This one is called as Evolution. This is a very gorgeous kind of like a white floral fragrance. It has woodiness and white floral fragrance, and this is quality in a bottle. This smells very high end and designer. Again, it's not very expensive. It is something that you can get at an affordable price. It's around 2000 I think, and I feel that for the quality, I think the pricing is justified. This is a long lasting and a good projective fragrance. I have worn this in office so many times, and people find it very fresh and very gorgeous, and have gotten some compliments on it. All in all, I just absolutely love this one. I think this is one of the best white florals finds for me in the year 2023. Next is this one perfume called as a China Blue from Marks and Spencer's. This is kind of like 3-in-1 perfume, which can be used as a room spray, can be used on linens, and can be used as a perfume itself. This is such a gorgeous clean girl fragrance. Like if you are looking for a very fresh out of the shower kind of a fragrance, which is light, airy, breezy, yet has hints of floralness to it, kind of reminds me of the color light blue basically. This is that in a bottle. It's not a typical jasmine white floral fragrance. It is something different. That's exactly why I love it. It's a very soft skin, close to skin kind of a fragrance. Just makes me super fresh. Best summer fragrance to be worn. Highly recommend you this one, and this is one of the best discoveries in terms of finding a floral fragrance in the market in 2023. Next house that I want to talk about is Paris Elysees. I have been enjoying Paris Elysees fragrances. In 2023, I did a lot of shopping on Paris Elysees website, and I found some amazing fragrances. I have 3 or 4 more that I wanted to show you, but then I thought the video is going to be super duper long, so I picked the best 2 that I feel. This is such a gorgeous fragrance, such a light, easy, breezy, yet strong and projective kind of a fragrance. It does have like a kind of like a iris or a cosmetic feel to it, which just makes it smell very high end and designer. So I absolutely love this one. And this one is Romantic Dream, which is kind of similar in DNA to Black Opium by YSL. So it has this kind of like a coffee, hazelnut choco spread, cocoa spread kind of fragrance. This is a nice gourmand fragrance, perfect for winters and gulabi thandi kind of a season. This is one of my favorite ones from Paris Elysees. So I've really enjoyed Paris Elysees fragrances also in 2023. Next set of fragrances are from Zara. So this one is from Zara, which is Fashionably London. So I have like 4 fragrances from Zara, which I have absolutely loved and enjoyed. Now you must be thinking why chapter 6 is not included in this list. It's because chapter 6 has completely vanished from Zara's website. So instead of mentioning it into like a hit, I actually wanted to mention that in a miss, which I will talk about at the end of the video. So the one that stood out for me is Red Temptation. This is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. Then we have Rose Gourmand, which is Mancera's dupe for Rosemary. And then we have Fashionably London, which is a Delina dupe. And fourth one is Golden Decade, which one is Lieb ka dupe. So all these 4 fragrances from all the Zara releases so far have impressed me so much. Like I have put huge dents into these fragrances. Like you can see, I have like literally used 1/4 of all these fragrances. Like nothing is like unused here. I have like put major dents into it, and considering I have like hundreds of bottles of perfumes, still reaching to these says a lot about them. These smell exactly like designers at a very less cost. They are all under 2000, absolute value for money. The best part is these are actually available on the Zara website, so you can still grab them. These are easy reaches for me. On an everyday basis, I think I have been loving these fragrances. The next house that I want to talk about is from Plum. Now, I have really enjoyed Plum fragrances throughout the year because I bought all of their variants. And out of all the variants, the Vanilla Vibes one has stood out for me. This is my second bottle. One bottle is already finished. I've shown it in my product empties. And this is the second bottle that I'm going through. And then I recently purchased this Smokin' Vanilla, which you would have seen in my haul. Abhi December end mein hi maine post kiya hai. So this one, Smoking Vanilla, in the EDP form has stood out for me. इसी का जो स्प्रे बॉडी स्प्रे है वो मुझे उतना पसंद नहीं आया, बट हाँ इसका परफ्यूम मुझे काफ़ी पसंद आया. सो these two have stood out to me, and of course Hawaiian Rumba is also something that is worth mentioning. मुझे एक्चुअली प्लम का वेनिला वाइब्स, वॉकिंग वेनिला का ईडीपी, ट्रिपल मिमोसा एंड रुम्बा, हवान रुम्बा, ये 4 परफ्यूम्स मुझे प्लम के बहुत अच्छे लगे. अभी रिसेंटली दे हैव कम अप विथ ट्यूलिप डोंट लाई परफ्यूम, विच आई हैव प्लेस्ड एन ऑर्डर. आई एम येट टू रिसीव इट. सो अपकमिंग वीडियोज़ में मैं उसको रिव्यू करूँगी. बट अभी तक प्लम के जितने परफ्यूम्स मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किए हैं, ये 2 एंड ट्रिपल मोमोसा एंड हवान रुम्बा मुझे बहुत पसंद आए. Then from Skinn Titan, these 2 perfumes have stood out to me. Now particularly इनको मैंने 2023 में नहीं खरीदा, I think end of 2022 में खरीदा होगा and so, but I've thoroughly used it in 2023. That's why I wanted to mention these 2. ये मैंने summer season में काफ़ी यूज़ किया and काफ़ी अच्छा डेंट दिया है मैंने इस परफ्यूम पे. And this one is Pristine, by the way. This literally feels like a zesty lemon mojito. Very minty, zesty, very cool, kind of like a summer appropriate fragrance. And this is a Tales Malaga. Now this is kind of like a 80% dupe to Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo fragrance. ये भी एक अच्छा kind of like a fruity gourmand fragrance है. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, especially अभी winter season में ये बहुत अच्छा perform कर रहा है. So I'm like really loving this for this season. Then I want to talk about Al Harmain Perfumes Hyderabad. Now these are also available online, so you can get your hands on this. And the one that stood out to me was a Tobacco Vanilla, which is like a very beautiful kind of like a unisex fragrance, which, as the name suggests, has vanilla and tobacco notes to it. The tobacco in this is pretty strong. So if you are someone who does not want to experiment, then don't go for this one. This is for girls who like kind of those unisex fragrances. This has stood out to me. It just is so projective, it is good performing, and I get a lot of compliments on this one, so I really enjoy this one. This is not a safe blind buy and it's not for office. And the second one which I have been using, and this is probably my second or third bottle, is a Gucci Flora. This is how I got it made in the 100 ml bottle. I like the bottle and everything. Also the designing is so cute, and this was under 1000 rupees, so this is a steal deal. Gucci Flora is one of my favorite floral fragrances to wear. It's fresh, it's zesty, it's floral with not one particular note standing out. It's a well blended bouquet of flowers. Absolutely love this one. Projective, long lasting, keeps me fresh all day long at just 1000 rupees or less. I'm just going to go back to this like a number of times. Like I don't know how many times I'm going to repurchase this one. Love the DNA of this. The last one is from So Unique. I don't know what is with the name, but this one is called as Vanilla Candy, and this has a sugar and marshmallow in it. Now this is the only fragrance from So Unique that I actually purchased in 2023 and tried out, and I've been using this in layering through and through. I have 2 bottles of this. Like I have 2 bottles of this, and I have used this throughout the year for layering. As I was telling about the Bysak vanilla, very vanilla, this is also included in that layering combination. Like body mist के लिए मैं ये use करती थी, उसके ऊपर Bysak vanilla, उसके ऊपर कोई दूसरा fragrance का layering. So that's how the layering would go in different layers, and this is like participated in all the layering combos. A very beautiful kind of like a plastic play-doh-y vanilla marshmallow fragrance. Like इसमें मार्शमेलो ना एक थोड़ा सा ऐसे प्लास्टिक नोट सा देता है इस फ्रेग्रेंस में, विच आई पर्सनली लाइक. मुझे वो थोड़ा सा एक सिंथेटिक प्लास्टिक नोट इसमें एक्चुअली पसंद है. कुछ लोगों को वो पसंद नहीं आएगा, बट आई पर्सनली एन्जॉय दिस वन फॉर द प्राइस 399 रुपीज़. आई थिंक दिस इज सो अमेजिंग. Performs really well, and it actually performs better than Bath and Body Works. So I love this one more than Bath and Body Works के fragrances. So that was about the hits. I know I'm running through the video because I don't want it to be super long. So let's quickly go into what was a miss for me in 2023. The first set of perfumes are from Niche Perfumes. Now I went gaga about Niche Perfumes in my videos, and I honestly am head over heels with these fragrances. But the problem is these are discontinued now. Like every perfume that I purchased from Niche Perfumes house, you guys asked for the reviews for it. I purchased, like, each of those perfumes were around for 5,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees. I literally must have spent around 25,000 rupees on the Niche Perfumes website. I got all the perfumes, bought and purchased it myself. I reviewed it for you guys, and a couple of days after my review was released, those perfumes got discontinued, and on their website you have a completely new set of fragrances with absolutely no nishan. Like there is no existence of the fragrances that they previously had, which is a total bummer to me, because Rose Caramel from their house had become my signature scent, and I am super bummed because I'm only left with this much. I'm done with this, like this is over. And then I have this tobacco vanilla, again one of my favorites, and I'm just bummed that it is over. Oud cinnamon was one of my favorites from Niche Perfumes. Like, I am so disappointed. It's more than a miss. I'm like actually disappointed because the perfumes were absolute treasure. They were amazing. They were one of the best bespoke perfumes easily available in India, and they are totally discontinued. So that is a huge miss for me. I am so disappointed with Niche Perfumes. I'm going so vocal about it because I invested a lot in that, recommend it to you guys, and I personally love those fragrances. I feel like I'm stabbed on the back, to be honest, because they just vanished from their website. At least you would have given a heads up that you're going to discontinue. I don't know. I'm very disappointed. So that is like a huge miss for me in terms of brand, not the perfumes. On the same lines, I want to mention about Zara. I don't know where the chapter 6 went. Like, it just completely vanished from their website. Again, I purchased them. I did a review. I was head over heels with those fragrances. Till date, I'm using them, but I'm not able to show it on my reels or in my content because those perfumes are not available to purchase. And every now and then it feels like, when I get comments like, oh, you got your hands on it but we can't get it, it feels like, people are blaming me for showing that content which I had purchased for you guys. So eventually I realized that, okay, it may be rubbing you the wrong way. My intention was not that, but every time I showed a Zara perfume in my recommendation or in my reels or on my stories, I was getting like, okay, we are not able to get this, so stop showing it. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to show you the chapter 6 fragrances, but it's a bummer, you guys, that these fragrances were amazing. I don't know what they have done. Like, I don't know where they vanished. So I'm like very disappointed with Zara, especially for vanishing chapter 6 fragrances. Then I want to talk about some of the fragrance miss from Plum. Now, Plum, in terms of EDP, I absolutely love, but their body sprays are not up to the mark for me. Like, they are just non-performing. Some of them do perform. Vanilla Vibes and Hawaiian Rumba are still better in performing, but this one, the recent launch, Gin Calling, just did not work for me. Just, I think, 1 or 2 videos back only I have reviewed this one, and I'm like super bummed with these fragrances. Like, I just did not enjoy it. And also their red carpet range, Luxe Edition red carpet range, that did not sit well with me because there was nothing red carpet about it. They were very generic fruity floral fragrances. So that is also a huge miss for me in 2023. The last perfume that I want to show you in my miss perfume category is this one, Power Petals from Love Child by Masaba. Now, I started my video with Love Child by Masaba praising a lot about the other 2 fragrances, Antiguen, Decaf, and Mita. They also have Nani House, which is kind of like an average for me. I don't love it, I don't hate it. It's kind of like a mediocre liking. But this for sure is something that I did not like. Super screechy white floral, headache inducing, migraine inducing kind of a fragrance. Only for people who don't like absolutely any sweetness or spiciness in their fragrance may enjoy this one, because this is like a screechy white floral. This instantly gives me a headache. Like, the moment I spray this, it gives me like, well, a headache. I just cannot explain it any other way. Not been enjoying this one as such, and kind of gives me a dated vibe somehow. So overall, I just did not kind of like enjoy this one. I'm still trying to work my way around this one because I don't like wasting my perfumes. I don't like throwing them. Maybe I can just give this or pass it on to a friend or family. I'm not going to like dispose it just like that. So I'll give it away to someone if I don't feel comfortable wearing it. But this is one of the major miss for me in 2023. So that completes my summary of perfumes hits and miss drugstore edition for 2023. Now, don't feel bad if I have included something in my miss category that has worked well for you. Again, perfumes are subjective. What you may love, I may not. What I may love, you may not. So let's just forgive each other for that and move forward with our own liking and choices. And I hope whatever I mentioned in the like section, you resonate with me, then that'll be cool. Let me know what was your hit and miss for 2023 drugstore edition in the comment section. Let's make that area chatty. And if you like something too much, maybe I will purchase it and give it a try, and I will want to experience it. So do let me know. Thank you so much for requesting a video like this from me. I was hoping somebody would ask because I was already planning for it, but I don't know, I was just confused if you would like to see my perfume summary or not. I was just confused that way. So this is a good pat on the back that, you know, we want to know your opinion. I like that. Thank you so much for all the love, support. Year 2023 on a personal level has been a nightmare for me. I lost my father in August, and the year has just changed. Like, I had my personal struggles, but then with a major loss like that, I have lost track of my normal life, and I'm trying to get back at it. So it has been a harsh year for me. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for helping me reach 7K. We are a family of 7,500 as of now, and I hope to reach new heights on this channel. I am being very patient. Next year is the test and trial year for me. I want to see if I'm growing organically or not, and if I feel at the end of 2024 that I'm not sure if I'll continue this channel or not. Like, I'm on the edge of things. For those who have been here, thank you so much for being a part of this family. Your support means the world to me. And keep supporting and keep loving and keep motivating me to make more perfume content for you. So I hope that 2024 is a good start and a good beginning for all of you. This is me wishing you Happy New Year. Consider this as a personal hug. I hope that the year is best for you. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification, follow me on Instagram, and I'm gonna see you very soon in my next video. Bye.